What's the hardest thing you've ever done? 3 years ago, my wife Kathy was diagnosed with breast cancer. She fought for 5 years, but we never knew she was terminal until 8 days before she passed. We were at the hospital for her regular chemotherapy when a nurse walked up and asked how she was feeling. Kathy smiled and said she was just tired. Then, without warning, the nurse asked what she wanted to do on her last few days. I stared at her. What are you talking about? The nurse's face dropped. Oh, I thought the doctor already told you. I broke down crying. The entire staff gathered around apologizing, but it didn't matter. We had just learned the fight was over and no one had told us. 2 days before she passed, I was outside installing a new mailbox. Kathy came out and sat in a lawn chair watching me. The sun made her skin look less yellow, and I told her she was looking better. I wanted to believe she was getting better. That night, Kathy started vomiting constantly. By the morning, I told her we needed to go to the hospital. As I helped her get dressed, she was too weak to stand. I called my daughter over and we decided to call an ambulance. I walked outside to wait. Then the front door burst open. Mom's not breathing. I ran inside. Kathy was sitting on the edge of the bed, eyes open, but she wasn't breathing. I called 911 screaming for help. Paramedics arrived and rushed her to the hospital while I followed behind and called her brother and sister. When I arrived, I begged to be with her, but they wouldn't let me back. The nurse told me they're doing the best they can. I begged her to ask the doctor if I could sit with her. A few minutes later, he returned and led me inside. The room was full of doctors and nurses fighting to bring her back. We have to make a decision. She's not going to make it. I broke down completely and we had to pull the plug. Everything stopped. Kathy was gone. I never got to say goodbye. I was outside waiting for the ambulance, but my stepdaughter told me Kathy's last words.